A lot of language teachers always like to say that like the language teaching and the culture are like combined together. You can't extract one from the other because the culture is so important. I was just at a conference this past weekend and somebody described language learning as a tree. And so it's like learning your vocabulary and stuff like that is the trunk, and then like practicing speaking and writing, those are like the branches, and like if your accuracy is the leaves, but what is the ground and the soil is the culture. So the culture like comes, that's how a language is built. Like just the word hello has culture that's like imbued into it. So really, as you're teaching everything, and it can get so much more complicated, it's like culture is the language. Without culture, the language wouldn't even matter.
I think, yeah, how like teachers like taught it was pretty like broad, like every single culture from like different parts of like every country was like brought in. So I, even things that I didn't know from like other cultures, I got to know. You don't know who you're gonna like come with paths with, and maybe they speak another language, and then you get to know them more. And knowing that background of other languages that you can share with other people, I think that's pretty essential.
Kind of helped me build connections. Like growing up, I didn't know like the significance of why I needed to know both languages. You know, I was like, speaking English is fine. You know, I could just go through about my day. But then, you know, I got relatives or like my grandparents and my uncles that don't know English, and I never had a close connection with them. So, you know, me learning Spanish helped me like build that pathway. One thing for me is like, and for others who grew up in a Mexican household or Hispanic household, you know how to speak the language and sometimes how to like write, but sometimes you don't know how to read it and stuff. And it helps out like through the process, learning how to go in depth with all like the skills.
We watch like different movies and documentaries, and we learn about a lot about their food and how the people live. I don't think it's taken as seriously in Ukraine as it is taken here, the language classes. I know it's fun and also serious, and we get a lot of work done while like still being able to have fun and enjoy it. I would say that learning it out of necessity it's difficult, but it's also kind of easier for you to start getting it and understand it sooner because you're surrounded by that language all the time.
I think that it's also impacted my like how I view the world as well, because I've studied other cultures so much that I feel like I have a wider lens to look through the world than people who may not have, you know, traveled as much or who don't know another language.